let's talk about our angles, right? These are our first 5 angles. We use these for different training methods and different drills so that we get used to seeing the weapon come at us and how to deal with it. And I'll elaborate a little bit more on that in a minute, but for now, we'll go over the angles. Now, same principles, right? When we're talking about our boxing, body mechanics, me swinging a weapon is no different than me throwing a punch. Okay, whether it's a hook or an uppercut, I got my weapon in my hand. It's just an extension of my body. So again, it doesn't matter if I'm throwing a punch, maybe I'm throwing a hammer fist, right? What happens if I put a stick in my hand? Same motion. One thing that will change, and this takes practice to get used to, we are used to when we swing our fist, if I want to put my fist on my opponent's head, it's going to come up towards my opponent's head. Well, if I do that with my stick, look where my stick is at. So what you have to begin to shift, your stick is an extension of your body. So instead of being here empty-handed, I'm here with my stick. So that's one of the learning curves, I would say, swinging your stick. You see a lot of beginners swinging their sticks up here. No. You want to swing it lower towards your opponent's head. And our focus on where we make contact on our weapon is the last 6 inches. So see how much lower my hand is? That way my stick can get online. So the first angle we go over, we just refer to it as angle 1. I'm going from the shoulder to the hip. And primarily my target is going to be the head, right? My opponent's head. But for training purposes, I just like to say from the shoulder to the hip. So from this shoulder, and then angle 2 is the exact opposite. So you make an X. Now a couple more pointers here. Number 1, see how I'm keeping my wrist pretty straight? Right? What we get is when we start learning, people start letting their wrist break down. Okay? And they're like drawing with the tip of their stick. Keep your wrist nice and straight, and you want to practice getting the stick on it. Okay? The other part is as I swing through, instead of swinging all the way over, see how this is open here? So when I swing over, see I keep my stick facing forward. Now it's harder for my opponent to rush in on me. If I swing over, this is the dead side. I have to swing all the way back to defend myself. But if I swing here, now it's still pointing forward so I could use it. So 1, 2, right? And the other part, if you notice, I don't want to swing all the way past my body. See how all this is open? It's wasted motion. I swing and stop at my body. 1, 2. Angle 1, angle 2. See, I'm pivoting and putting my hips into it, right? So the next 2 angles are at belt line, and they're horizontal. 3, 4. So angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, and the last angle is a straight thrust to the navel. And that's 5. Now this question comes up a lot, especially as you start moving around and everyone says, why are you hitting your hand? Right? What are you doing? Okay? I do this to keep my hand from flying all the way over. So I use it to stop my arm so I don't have to backswing as much. And that's all it is. It's something that you kind of develop on your own, but it's a good way to check so that this hand stays in front of me. I don't want it to swing all the way over, right? It's just something you get practice on, okay? Angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we go from the shoulder to the hip, shoulder to the hip, belt line, straight thrust to the navel. Those are your first 5 angles.